Hi, and welcome back to the Uncensored Journey podcast, where we say whatever the fuck we want because it's our journey, like it or not. I'm Cindy, and with me, as always, is Gabriella. Hi, Gabriella.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi. So today, let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex for now to the people at home or in the crowd. It keeps coming up anyhow. Don't be coy, avoid, or make void the topic, because it ain't gonna stop it. Now we talk about sex on the radio and video shows. Many will know anything goes. Let's talk about sex. Salt and Peppa sang about it, and now we're going to be talking about it. Gabriella, what are your thoughts?
Oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts. But originally, when I brought up this topic to you, I wanted to talk about um, how to use sexual energy to create and to manifest. And you know, it's morphed. I will talk about other things as well. But first things first. So, about a year and a half ago, I embarked on sexual exploration of the yoni with Kimanami. She is a sex coach in the space, and she uses Hindu and tantric practices and East Asian practices. It's escaping me right now, and I don't know why. Maybe you could help me out. What I'm looking for. Oh, Taoism practices. Yes. Okay. So Taoism practices and tantric practices infused with her own take on creating and manifesting everything in your life through the power of the orgasm, through the power of having your sexual energy flowing uninhibited through you. And, you know, I didn't take it, I didn't do the work 100% of the course. I maybe did like 80% of it. And I plan to revisit it. However, I did want to share one thing, and you could learn more about it on her platform. I'm just sharing what she already shared with the public. It's nothing that's proprietary to her course. But there's this one methodology that she describes that I find very useful, both in like giving me some extra energy throughout the day if I don't want to have coffee or any kind of stimulant. I think it works really well. And it goes something like this, and you can look it up, look her up and find it word for word. But basically, you take 10 to 15 minutes when you need an energy boost, and it starts with some deep breaths to relax you into your body. And then you bring your focus to your yoni or the vagina, right? If you're a female, if you're a male, go for the corresponding parts. And you just start breathing into that area. And as you do that exercise and that practice, you could start massaging that area. And the point of it is not to orgasm or climax. I mean, that's nice. It's a bonus. Sometimes I get carried away. Sometimes I'm like, it's not the right time. Let me do that some other time. But the point is to build up the energy in that area and then to bring it up, right? To bring it from your sacral chakra and to bring it all the way up to your crown chakra. And while you do that, and while you're stimulating that energy, to focus on what you want to create, right? So let's say that I want to go have a powerful workout, or I want to you know, do some writing, do some content writing, or just, you know, continue writing my book, whatever the case may be, anything that's creative, or even something that is active, as such as working out. Focusing that energy into that intention, and then combining the two, and yeah, just bringing it into manifestation once you're done. So what that does is really like stir up the sexual energy, and you know, a lot of different cultures think of it as your life force, as prana, right? It's energy. It's part of what drives us as culture, as civilizations, right? So I know there's a lot of shunning and shaming around sex, especially when it comes to you know, Christianity and other religions. And it's a untapped resource of energy and of possibility and of manifestation. And I think that's part of the reason why it was kind of hidden and suppressed and given the opposite labels of what it is, which is it offers you the possibility of manifesting much quicker and easier. So yeah,
Awesome.
try it like 2 to 3 times a week, and really like comment in this episode. Like, I'm curious to see what comes up for people. And really play with it, have fun with it, right? You make it whatever you want it to be, and choose to focus on your sexual energy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I just transparency, I don't know much about manifesting with using like using, or what are we say, sexual energy for manifesting, but I've subscribed to I know that, you know, like sex, you're giving your energy away, like you're combining energies with the person, with a partner, right? And so I've always been super careful with who I share that energy with, because you never know when you're gonna catch bad energy, I guess. Like, I'm making it kind of sound like an STI, but it's you know, I just personally, I was with somebody for 10 years. We've been broken up for a couple, but I've been very careful to not engage in like in finding the right person to then share that energy with. I don't want to give my energy away to just all like just keep giving it away, because I feel like that's gonna harness my ability to manifest, my ability to be creative, my ability um to be who I am, and like and transformative, because you know, your energy is your life force. And if I think that if I'm like finding the right people to share that with is super important for me. But I'd love to hear more about specifically how the manifestation process works with sexual energy, and like any kind of like sacred sexual practices or things along those lines that like on your own or with a partner.
Yeah, and I think that's very wise of you to not just give it away. And you know, there's while at the same time, like we're not running out of our life force. We're never going to run out of our life force, because we're constantly connected with source, and so we're unlimited in the energy and life force that we have. It's just a matter of choosing to connect, right, and tap into it. I don't know if I don't know if we've had this conversation already, but it goes all the way to Mary Magdalene and Yeshua. And it's a beautiful story. Like for the longest time, I was just fascinated with the the sacred sexuality aspect of their relationship and how they literally activated each other into becoming the ascended people and masters that they were. Mary Magdalene has been portrayed in a very poor light by the church, and for good reason, because she was very powerful. She was a sacred priestess of sacred sexuality, and she was married to Yeshua. And so, and without her, with her, Yeshua was able to amplify and become the person that he was, right? It was a partnership, and um it's beautiful. I could post resources if people are interested. There's quite a big following of this belief and their story. Like I truly believe that that's what happened. And yeah, manifesting with a partner or manifesting without everything in life. And as you know, you have a lot of experience manifesting, and in the same way that you manifest everything else, you set your intention while you're in the act, and you set the intention before, right? Before you start engaging in that energy and being in that space of what you want to create. And then as you are climaxing, you focus again your energy and your intention on what you're looking to manifest. It's that simple. And when you combine it with someone else, it's 10 times as powerful. And I don't know to tell you the whys. I just know that that's what happens. I mean, just the same way that you do moon intention settings or moon circles, the more energy that you have, the more powerful the results will be, because you have multiple people, multiple sources of energy and connection focusing on the same outcome. So,
Do you think that what are your thoughts about the energy of the energy of the the climax making, or the orgasmic energy is more power, like to create, versus just the sexual energy?
but I'm not sure that I understand what you're asking.
So I mean, like when you're like, let's be real, we've all been with people that you don't actually, climax with. However, like what is the benefits or the drawbacks or the difference between building up that sexual energy for manifestation versus how much more powerful or less powerful, or what's the difference in then with the manifesting with that climax part?
So manifesting with versus without.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're, that's a great question. I would imagine it's somewhat similar though, because you're still building that sexual energy up so much, right? I'm not an expert on the matter, but based on what I know and what I've read, you're still building that energy up and you're bringing it up, right? So I think it's comparable, and you would get the same result. Although me personally, I think I would be a little frustrated of the act not culminating and coming to fruition. That I'll be like, it would kind of deter from my focus on the intention, I think, a little bit. But then, like sex is not a destination, it's a journey. So just really, being in that space and, yes, we want to have sacred sexuality. Yes, we want to have sacred orgasms and connections. And at the same time, like just enjoying it. And that in itself will give it the power and the supercharge that you want, right? To manifest that one intention. Does
So
that
maybe
answer your
saying,
question?
keep going. I haven't manifested this yet. Might not be the best thing to
Yeah. I don't think putting more pressure on the situation.
Can you try a different way? This isn't working. My manifestation hasn't come through yet.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Um, awesome. Do you have any like what are your like tips or tricks to get started in this? It's not I'm this is definitely manifestation is definitely something that's a practice, and like you have to
Mhm.
practice it a little bit, and this is a little bit different take on it and not everybody are familiar with it. So is there any kind of tips or tricks you have for people to get started?
Yeah, I think the first step, and this also goes a little bit deeper. I'm not sure for men what's the what's the instruction there, but so for women also massaging your breasts, um counterclockwise and clockwise, and doing it like one direction 36 times and then the opposite direction 36 times, and maybe 37. Please look it up. But what that does is move the any stuck energy, and also like clear out your lymph system, and bringing attention to opening your heart chakra and your heart space, um, because as women in general, we usually hold a lot of trauma in our uterus, but then we also keep it around our heart. And so, you know, the best thing that you could do to work with the sexual energy is to have an open heart. And one way to do it is to bring attention to the area and to clear it out. So yes, massage both the breasts and the yoni, or for the men, the penis. And like, for men, there's different recommendations, because actually men ejaculating without purpose and without an intention, it could actually be detrimental to them, to their health and to their well-being. So you know men usually work towards practices that elongate the sexual act, and um they work on endurance, right? And so doing similar exercises, but not with the purpose of ejaculating, but the purpose of building the sexual energy and being able to maintain that. So, yeah, bringing attention is the number one. It's the first step that we could do to build that connection, and then just play with it, have fun with it. I also highly recommend the jade egg. It's for women that are more advanced in their life cycle, and they're starting their premenopause and or menopause. uh, the egg really helps with lubrication, with building the natural lubrication. The yoni is just another muscle. If you're not using it, then you're losing the elasticity and the lubrication. And so bringing more and more focus to that area, and then exercising it 2 to 3 times a day, a week, not a day, could be very beneficial to your sex life and um, your um, your fluidity in life. So
Awesome. So we all know that you can like, charge objects with the like the power of the moon and power of the
Mhm.
sun or power of sand or salt. What are your thoughts on charging items like crystals or talismans or something to with sexual energy?
Mm.
And how would you go about doing that?
Uh, so this past month I was in a Huna training, which is Hawaiian energy work. And after being in that space and learning their perspective, I am not so gun ho about crystals anymore or about other objects. And so, like, now what I believe is that everything that we need is within us, and that we have the power to summon our sexual energy, or that sexual energy manifestation that we're looking to create without objects. And that's not to say that you can't do it. I think if your belief is strongly connected and associated, and believing that, charging crystals can help you in that, it would absolutely help you. So I think it's just a matter of, like, what is your preference when it comes to that? So, yeah.
Awesome. Anything else to add?
Um, yeah. Also, another way to activate and awaken that sexual energy is through dance, yoga, movement, anything that brings you into the divine feminine space, or for men, the divine masculine, right? It could be working out, even, working out could be both grounding and um, activating to your sacral chakra. So, yeah.
One last thing. Do you think that the tradition or the whatever of lighting candles and like scented candles and or scented like bath salts or whatever, like to get, to set the mood, do you think that has any like um history in being like a the like from the magic of sex, or like the energy, the magic energy that sex brings, and with the
That's awesome. I like that. Well, I do think that candles and like doing something special, like almost like a ceremony for sex, is cool. I like, yeah, I one of the books that I was reading, um, it actually talks about that. It talks about setting the space and, having silk sheets, although that's not very practical in my experience.
no, it's really not.
Does not work very well.
They're
But
awesome in theory, not in
they
practice.
they are, they
Yeah.
are. So maybe not satin sheets.
Yeah.
But yes, like candles, music, maybe having some strawberries or some fruit that's aphrodisiac, something like that. I think that could absolutely like set the mood. And also, like, I've experimented with um some psychedelic mushrooms as well. So that could be fun once in a while if you're curious to um explore that.
Nice. So it definitely can enhance the energetic atmosphere, make it a little more magic.
Oh yes, for sure.
Help you focus on your intention. Awesome.
Yeah, it's all about the intention. Plant medicine, coaching, hypnosis, any sort of healing modality just comes down to your intention. Yeah. It's very powerful.
Awesome. Any last little tidbits before we sign off?
No, go out there and have some fun. Go
Woohoo.
massage some some body parts. I know that I'm inspired to do that now.
Sounds fun. It's always a good time, whether you're alone or with somebody else. So
Yeah.
um
Oh, there is one thing. Last
okay.
thing I forgot. Coconut oil is your friend if you want that extra lubrication. It's the best thing ever, and it is natural. Please stop using artificial lubes and whatnot, and go buy a jade egg if you're a woman.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I've learned some stuff, and hopefully everybody else has learned some stuff. Um, with that said, please like and subscribe. Leave us some comments. If you have any success stories in manifesting with sexual energy, we'd love to hear it. And until next week, enjoy the journey. We'll see you later.